All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. And once again, we are looking at arguably two of the hottest stocks in the market right now, NVOS and TTOO. Okay, look, I rarely say you should go back to my last videos. Like, I try not to pimp out my videos. I'm definitely pimping out the Discord group a lot, and I kind of apologize for all of that. But if you have time, I really think you should go back to the last video because there's a really important underlying lesson on this video. All right, and please ask questions on the YouTube comments if it doesn't make sense, because I'm telling you, this is a really important one. All right, last week, NVOS, I really was focused on the daily chart. It was all about what happened to these two lines, and it was expected to happen in the next couple days. I didn't know if it was going to happen on Monday. We might have seen a doji. Look, it was going to happen in the next couple days, okay? With TTOO, look, I was very 50-50 about the daily chart, all right? I've said it so many times, all right? The gap fill border, this gap fill line, right? Like there's nothing, that's the line to break. And then these are harder to break than you would expect, all right? And that's why I was 50-50 on the daily, but I loved the weekly. All right, this thing was basically telling me, hey, we just broke the 20. We confirmed we should be going to the 50. All right. The thing is, I'm expecting that to happen in the next couple weeks. You know what I mean? Or maybe maybe this week, right? But where I think something would take a few days on the daily chart, sometimes it might take a few weeks on the weekly chart, right? So when it looks like, hey, why are we down so much? Like, that's kind of why when you're expecting a weekly candle to do things, hey, it literally 4 days might be bad, but that single fifth day takes care of it, right? Like, remember the time frame on the stock we're looking at. NVOS was all about the daily, TTOO was all about the weekly, and I think that's an underlying thing here, okay? So, but before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we gonna do today? Same thing we always do, right? We will look at the daily and the weekly like we always do. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines I always draw, and then occasionally you will see a diagonal trend line like here, okay? And then when we are done up here, we will use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do, I swear, it helps so much with these YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here and giving me your time, oh my gosh, thank you so much for that, all right? So look, let's get into it. And again, NVOS was all about the daily chart, all right? This is where we ended on Friday. And I normally don't give my personal strategies on stocks, okay? One of the things with being a voice on YouTube is people kind of believe that like I am I am not an amazing trader, right? Like, I have fun doing this, and like, I'm knock on wood, I'm all right for sure, but like, I'm a little bit of a crackhead gambler. Like, I'm not paying rent or mortgage with any of my stock money, right? Like, I am doing this a lot. I don't even do this full time, right? Like, I got a real job, and like, I can't be in for like, it's important for me not to give a lot of what I do, because I don't want you to be like, oh man, this guy's doing it, I should probably do it too, right? But I was a little bit louder than usual on Friday, and I basically said, look, I happened to get in on Thursday. Okay, I was really loud about not liking this candle, and unfortunately, that's actually what I'm about to say about today's candle, okay? But we'll get to today in a bit. I didn't like this day. I very much heard the gap up news, but I wasn't a believer. I saw this, and I happened to catch this, I think, in the 14th. I don't think it was in the 13th. The day after sucked. The day after was a 12%. Like, that's a hard pill to swallow. No one wants to eat almost 13% loss and say, you know what, let's just go into the weekend and whatever. But that is actually what I did. And the only reason, I'm telling you, the only reason I did it was because it held these two lines. All right. The way moving average theory works is it should be really hard to break the 5 lines. But look, if you can get over them, it actually should be really hard to lose them as well. And yeah, we lost this one, I didn't think we were going to lose these two. And I was willing to say, all right, I might be wrong. We might be coming all the way here. And we were at 13. I was ready for this to go down to 11. It only sounds like 2 pennies, but just 1 penny is almost 10%. 2 of them is another very heavy double-digit day, all right? So just I live and die by these lines, and that's what that means, okay? And yeah, I said if this thing can hold 13 cents, why? Because look, on that day, the average 100 and the average 50 were both at 13 cents. I wish I could see more decimals. This is only paper money. I don't move my money here, so like, you know, is what it is. But yeah, if it held 13, I was going to go into the weekend, and I held, and I was able to eat all of that. And it was a beautiful, beautiful day. And that's what looking at the daily and expecting a daily chart movement to do does. And again, if I was wrong, I would have probably taken a 15% loss, but my stop loss would have hit it like somewhere around here. Not exactly here, just a little bit under. And you know, what was this? Dude, it would have come down into the 7s, I swear, if it lost, in my sincere opinion, all right? But again, we saw Monday. Monday, what does it do? Monday breaks this, okay, no, because we were actually still over it. So actually, all Monday does is break one moving average, okay? Because one more time, right? We were here as of Friday, we were over the 8, sorry, obviously we were over the 8, but we were over the 100 and the 50. So all we actually did was break the 200. When I say all we did, that's a lot. The 200 is the last one for a reason. This is the Bowser to our Super Mario video game here, right? Like, it is what it is, okay? But you know I say it often. I don't care about one day. I need follow through. And look, this wasn't good follow through. All right, it simply wasn't. Yes, we are physically above the candle. Yes, it was a green day, and it actually was a near 10% day. 7% a lot, all right? I know we see way bigger numbers, and it's easy to look at this and like be like, that 7% a day is a lot, all right? So like, I promise that. Nonetheless, this is a bad candle in my book because look, we open at 21. Look in the box over there. Look at the line I'm at. We open at 21, and then we drop all the way down to 19. In my opinion, more people lost 10%. That's a 2-cent loss. 2 cents, 10%. More people lost 10% than they made today's 7. Furthermore, I saw what after hours looked like. All right, I'll be honest. I went back to bed at 6:30. I live in the West Coast, right? Like, I went back to bed 6:30 a.m. because I saw the beautiful after or pre-market. I saw it open and not crash, and I expected to wake up 8 o'clock in 2 hours and see it do another 30% day. Instead, it didn't. And I have to believe a lot of people actually bought at 23, not sold, and then actually went from 23 to 19. Just my opinion. I might be wrong, but again, this is not a good day. That's at least the moral of all that. Like, there are good and there is bad good, all right? If you are playing the lottery and you win the $1 billion jackpot, or you hit 2 numbers and you get a free ticket, yeah, both are good, I guess. One is not as good as the other, right? And you got to remember that there are different levels of good, okay? I'm happy we're over this. I'm happy we're still above the 200. Yeah, I'm for sure happy to see that golden cross right there, the 8 on the 50 and the 100. I'm still not convinced. That said, I'm holding. I'll be honest, I'm holding. I've got my plan ready if I'm wrong, believe me. But I was a little bit louder in the Discord group, so I said that to them at least 30 minutes before this. But I see it going up. I do. I really don't care about it. Like, I don't see this 14% right now. Look, it goes back down again, right? Like, this is all that matters to me. What matters to me is we did not confirm. Yeah, we did better than worse, but we didn't confirm, all right? So tomorrow, look, this is where risk tolerance comes in as well, because we're at 19, all right? Again, I think I just saw that we're in 20, but that means nothing to me, right? We can I'm telling you, so easily go from not just 19 to 17, but I honestly believe this can easily go from 19 all the way down to 15. That right there is a really big loss, actually, because again, 1 cent is roughly, let's just say 5, all right? We're dropping a number of 1 cents down to 15. That's almost a 20% loss right there. Just rough math going 5 times 4, right? So like that's a lot to lose potentially, right? And again, I don't care that we're going up. I legit believe that. And again, as I'm saying, I'm holding, believing 15 might hit. And if you just genuinely aren't thinking that, oh man, you just got a little bit, and hey, I'm a little bit more risk averse, believe me, right? Like I've been burned enough times in my greedy days to like know not to get greedy anymore, right? But you need to look at both sides of the coin. We are not here supporting diamond hands and HOLD hodls. Like what? No, get out of here with that. Like we make educated moves based on trading strategies. I'm not here saying that mine right here that I'm speaking out loud is the best one. But yeah, that's my strategy right there. All right. And look, believe me, I don't need to catch the immediate. All right. All I really need to do is catch a good amount of that gap fill if it hits. All right. But these two lines, these are not going to be easy. I would love them to break. Believe me, no one wants them to break more than me. But I'm sitting here realistic. All right. So again, this is still all about the daily. The weekly is at least looking all right. The weekly is coming up to this this is coming up to this resistance. The weekly isn't looking horrible. Well, like we've already destroyed the 50-week average, and it's only Tuesday, right? So like breaking this line, like we can't go negative volume, right? We can only go bad volume, but it'll still go up, right? So it is all about the daily here, all right? Listen, I'm gonna say this, volume is going down a little bit more than ideal. That's an easy one to say. However, clearly, especially within this little 6-day window, more people are holding this than they are selling. This single 125 million probably cancels out these two reds, and there is basically 400, 300, and 200, 4, 7. There's like 900 million shares that are basically being held. All right, these were sold, they were bought back. I'm going to offset those. That's a lot of shares being held within the last few days, right? So though that's going down, I'll take it. I actually will, because you can see, it's a little hard to see, but that white line is going up, and it's significant because the 50-day average here was 4 point something. In only a few days, we've gone up to 25 million. All right, like volume's king. NVOS has a lot of eyes on it. All right, so man, I talked about 13 minutes here. I think that's about it. Let me know if there's any questions here. But yeah, this one's, I mean, obviously an important one to look at tomorrow. All right, TTOO. I really want to start with the weekly chart here. All right. If you watched the video over the weekend, and I know it was let me pause this. I'm going to open up Twitter give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. So look, I swear, if I said nothing but good things, I would have 10 million subscribers by now. When I say good things, when I said the weekly chart looks like it wants to get to 1, I had 1,000 people view this single one. Dude, that's a lot for me because my profile on Twitter is real small, all right? When I said the daily chart seems a little 50-50, all right? Yeah, Friday was good, but bad things can happen. I only got 300 views, all right? And dude, you have to look at both sides of the coin. I know it's really easy to just look at, like, again, literally 3 to 1. Let's just say 3 to 1. Only not that many people like to see the bad news. Everyone loves, dude, this might be going to $1 based on this guy, right? Don't play that game, okay? That's gonna burn you, all right? Back to what I was saying. So first off, the weekly I thought would come to $1. Why did I just say that on the Twitter post? And when was that? That was on August 20th, right? So that obviously before the movement. So, whoops, Discord. We break moving average theory. You hear me say it all the time. Break the 8, go to the 20. Break the 20, go to the 50. Break the 50, go to the 100. Break the 100, go to the 200. Same thing on the daily, same thing on the weekly. We broke the 8, went to the 20. Doji doesn't count. This is my confirmation. That tells me this weekly chart wants to go to the 50. That's moving average theory, right? Does it always happen? No. Does it happen more times than not? I think so. Does it probably only happen 52% of the time versus like 48% of the time? Yeah, that's probably what it is, right? Like, look, technical analysis is not a crystal ball that like makes me this superhuman computer thing, right? All it helps me do is set expectations. And as an educated individual that I am, as I have the ability to go in this amazing Discord group with 16 people online now and another, like, I can't believe these numbers, you know, like there are all, something just happened. What, wow, NVOS 43%. What does that mean? Oh, I gotta ignore that. I love those people. Look, the weekly should go here. But when I think that the daily is 50-50, it helps me understand why Monday and Tuesday are bringing me into a double-digit loss already. It helps me understand why, dude, we're actually under the 8 moving average and might be dropping all the way down to the 20. Right? Like, this is a legit drop possibility, and all I see is green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 red. Like, this could be a hard fall. Where are you after hours? I'm actually not liking this. Look, MACD looks like it's slipping. RSI's already lost it. Volume is now ugly. Where everybody was holding this week, we've now pretty much offset that. And in the last 5 days, no one's holding this stock. More people have been unloading this thing than holding it. This is the only day people held it because, yeah, that was the day that looked good, right? But the TTOO is looking 50-50 on the daily, right? It just, you need to understand the stock you're looking at and the time frame you're looking at, all right? And one more time, yeah, I for sure thought the weekly is the easiest thing to love because we've broken the 8, broken the 20, should go here, right? So just you gotta understand the timelines, the moving average, like we're due, right? I hope it's sinking in here, all right? But again, what am I thinking? I'm gonna just say it one more time. Look, the daily, the immediate signals, I legit think 34 is going to hit tomorrow. Maybe 39, 40 holds. Maybe. That's a 20% no. We're going to lose it. Yeah, that's a 20% drop. That's a big drop, right? So I think that there's more to be worried here. And look, for the weekly, if Friday closes at 42 cents or lower, 41 cents, I would no longer believe this is going to happen, all right? I hope Friday at least stays here, I guess. Basically, 47 is the lowest I'm willing to go. Clearly, I wanted a 62 close by Friday. So those are the things I'm looking for on this. NVOS, I got to look at NVOS now that I saw. Am I like losing a lot of money as I'm recording, or am I kind of happy right now? No, we're fine. Okay, that 44 scared me. I'm not going to lie. All right, hey, I love you all so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.